Yo, what's happening, guys? Coming at you today with a little bit of knowledge that I've gained over the years in being in car audio. I have people hit me up all the time and they're asking me, or they'll even tell me, I want to put, say, I'm just going to use for example, a ZV5, Sundown ZV5 sub, rated at 2,000 watts RMS. They'll say, how much power can I put on this sub? I want to put 10,000 watts on this one sub. And it's funny to me that they say that and where they get it from. A lot of times they read on the internet that these people are putting so much power on these subs and they can take a ton of power. But this is some things to look into when you see things like this on the internet. So one, you don't know how long these people are playing it for. Maybe they're just doing competitions and they only want to play it for 3 to 5 seconds to do a burp to get their maximum score. So if they are, then that's fine. The sub can handle that. But these people get the wrong impressions by reading this and they're like, oh, this sub can take 10,000 watts forever. I can daily this sub on 10,000 watts, which is not true. So when you're looking at putting power on a sub, yes, it can handle more than the 2,000 watts RMS rating. But it comes down to the power is going to be running around this little bitty piece of wire that's running around the voice coil. So no matter how big and bad, even if a sub is rated at 10,000 watts RMS, how long do you think it can really take 10,000 watts RMS before that small piece of wire turns into a fuse and it just blows? Yes, some subs can take more power than others. The more they're built up, the bigger motors they have and everything like that. But a lot of people want to buy say a 2,000 watt RMS sub and they want to run 8,000 watts RMS. And the things that I've learned in my past in car audio, and I went through the same thing because you get all this information from the internet. But anyway, so back when I had 415s in my Tahoe, 4 PSI 15s, I thought I had to do the same things. I wanted to wire to 0.35 wiring. That's a whole other story. Wiring amps to super low ohm loads for daily applications is not generally that smart. But anyway, so I was like, I have to wire to a low ohm load. I read it on the internet. I have to do that. So I told David at PSI, I was like, I want to run each one of my 5Ks. I was running RD audio at the time. I was like, I want to run each one at half ohm. At 0.35 to get the most power out of it, and that's my mindset, and that's what I want to do. He's like, I can do it for you, but I don't think you're going to be really happy with it. And I was like, no, don't tell me that. I've already read it on the internet. I know what I'm talking about. I see these other people doing it. So anyway, he built the subs for 0.35 ohm load for the amps to run at 0.35, and I got them all installed and everything like that, and it would jam for probably 3 minutes. And I could start smelling the subs, and I'm like, why am I smelling the subs? One, because it's so much power, and I did not have it set up properly. I didn't have a DD1 back then. Nobody had it. I don't think DD1s were out at that time, so distortion detectors or anything like that. People were just tuning stuff to ear, and they thought it was right anyway. So I was clipping it. Clipping will make your subs heat up very fast as well. But anyway. So I'm jamming all this power down one voice coil, and it makes the sub heat up really fast within one song. It was loud, but I could only play one song, and they would be so hot I couldn't play them anymore or I would blow them up. So as time went on, I was having issues blowing up subs because I was clipping it, I was overheating them just because of lack of experience. So I had blown 2 subs when I went to a show, and he was like, let's try something different. Let's try reconing them with where you will have a 1 ohm load. So that way you'll raise the ohm load, but he said, I promise you probably won't even be able to tell the difference, but you'll get more longevity out of it. I'm like, okay. So anyway, we do that, and sure enough, I could play it, and I couldn't to the ear really tell a difference from going from 0.35 to 1 ohm with that system. I couldn't really tell a difference. I didn't meter, but and it may have been just a little bit quieter, but in the downtime, I couldn't tell the difference. So, but my playability went way up. So with my playability going up, it became a more pleasurable experience. And a lot of times the reason why I tell you that story is because a lot of times customers will ask me, they're like, like, I want to put this power, like so much power on this sub, and granted, a lot of times, like say with the Sundown subs, the ZV5s, like they can take 2 times the RMS power for a very long time if you keep it clean. As in, keeping it clean means using a distortion detector or a oscilloscope, so you can make sure the sound wave going to it is not distorted or clipped. So that's very important on the longevity of a system and a sub lasting a very long time. Another thing that can help is a very easy indicator is if you ever start smelling your sub, turn it down. That's the top, to me, that's the top indicator that you're about to blow your sub. So if you're playing your sub and say you usually play it at volume 30 and you start smelling it within a song, the next time you play the same song, just play it at 29. See how much longer you can play it. It might be just a little bit quieter, but see how much more playability you get out of your system. It'll be drastically increased, just coming down like 1 or 2% of it being wide open. So anyway, with you playing the sub at a little bit quieter volume, you'll have a lot more playability and a lot better experience out of the whole deal. So I just want to drop some of that knowledge with you on some stuff that I've gained over the years of doing this, and it's tended to help a lot of people that I've explained this to. The smelling of the sub is like one of the biggest things. So if you ever smell your sub, just turn it down. Obviously, you can blow any sub. Any sub out there can be blown. And you can even blow a sub from underpowering it. Like a sub can be rated at 5,000 watts RMS. You can take a 1,500 watt amp and turn it wide open, full clip. You'll end up blowing the sub because, like I said, it's going to come down to sending that dirty signal through this very small piece of wire around the voice coil, and you'll blow it. It'll take a little bit longer than a 300 watt RMS sub, obviously, but you're still able to blow it. Anyway, so I just wanted to put that out there because I've explained it a bunch of times on Down for Sound and my Facebook page and Instagram and stuff like that, but I don't think I've ever said anything really about it on YouTube. So I'm going to put this video up on YouTube for you guys. If you have any other questions, like my opinion on car audio questions, I guess if you have any other questions on car audio, just drop them in the comment section below, and I'll try to answer them as best that I can. I don't know everything, but I do know a decent amount. So, and if I don't know the answer, I'll try to figure it out and then help you guys out. All right, appreciate you guys joining me. Thank you for your support at downforsoundshop.com. Hope you like my new sign too. What do you think about my new sign? I just got it probably about a few weeks ago, but I really like it. Anyway, we'll see you on the next video. Later.